What if I told you that the largest document dump about child trafficking in American history already exists? Millions of pages, hundreds of thousands of images, thousands of videos locked inside government servers, and almost nobody has truly read them. These are the Epstein Files, a digital graveyard of evidence connected to one of the most powerful, protected, and disturbing criminals of our lifetime, Jeffrey Epstein. Tonight we break down who Epstein really was, what the Epstein Files contain, why no client list officially exists, which powerful people appear inside, and why victims say the biggest crime now is not what happened, but what's being hidden. Jeffrey Edward Epstein was an American financier, convicted child sex offender, human trafficker, and controversial figure whose life became one of the most infamous scandals of the 21st century. He was born on January 20th, 1953, in Brooklyn, New York City, USA. Epstein grew up in a middle-class Jewish family in the Seagate neighborhood of Coney Island. His father, Seymour Epstein, worked as a groundskeeper and gardener for the New York City Parks Department, and his mother, Paula, was a homemaker. In the mid-1970s, Epstein started his professional life as a math and physics teacher at the elite Dalton School in Manhattan. Despite lacking a college degree, his students included children from wealthy families, and this period helped him begin networking with New York's elite. He was dismissed from Dalton in 1976 and soon began working at the investment bank Bear Stearns, where he rose quickly and became a limited partner. Epstein was later suspended and left the firm amid questions about his conduct and exaggeration of credentials. By the early 1980s, Epstein had begun working as an independent financier, helping wealthy clients with complex financial strategies and asset management. He then started his own firm, J. Epstein and Company, which reportedly managed money in trusts for billionaires, most notably Les Wexner, the founder of L Brands, Victoria's Secret, Bath and Body Works. Epstein accumulated substantial wealth and luxury properties, including a $20+ million Manhattan mansion on the Upper East Side, a private island in the U.S. Virgin Islands, Little St. James, estates in Palm Beach, Florida, and New Mexico, including the notorious Zorro Ranch, where abuse later occurred. He also developed wide-ranging connections to politicians, academics, celebrities, and business leaders. Documents show interactions with public figures and high-profile names, though mention in files does not equal criminal involvement. Epstein's criminal activities first came under serious legal scrutiny in 2005, after a Palm Beach parent reported that her 14-year-old stepdaughter had been sexually abused by him. Law enforcement identified dozens of underage girls as alleged victims. In 2008, Epstein reached a controversial plea deal with the U.S. Department of Justice under U.S. Attorney Alexander Acosta. He pleaded guilty in Florida State Court to procuring a child for prostitution and solicitation of a minor, serving 13 months in jail with a work release agreement that allowed him to leave for business during the day. This deal, widely condemned as lenient, allowed Epstein to avoid federal prosecution and significant prison time, despite credible evidence of extensive abuse. In 2018 to 2019, renewed investigative reporting, especially by the Miami Herald, brought Epstein back into national focus by exposing previously buried allegations and dozens more accusers. This pressured law enforcement into action. In July 2019, Epstein was arrested on federal charges of running a sex trafficking operation involving minors with alleged abuse spanning multiple states and years. He was denied bail and held at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in Manhattan while awaiting trial. On August 10, 2019, Epstein was found unresponsive in his jail cell and was pronounced dead. The official ruling by the New York City medical examiner was suicide by hanging. His death sparked widespread controversy and conspiracy theories, partly because of irregularities in jail protocol and questions about why a high-profile inmate was left unmonitored, although later investigations upheld the suicide conclusion. Ghislaine Maxwell was the daughter of media tycoon Robert Maxwell, longtime associate and intimate partner of Jeffrey Epstein. She met Epstein in the early 1990s and became deeply involved in both his personal life and his criminal enterprise. Jeffrey Epstein was the predator. Ghislaine Maxwell was the enabler, recruiter, and organizer who made the system work. In 2022, she was sentenced to 20 years in federal prison. Without Maxwell, Epstein's operation would have been far smaller and harder to sustain. Jeffrey Epstein rose from humble beginnings to become a wealthy financier with elite social ties. But behind that facade was a long pattern of predatory sexual abuse, trafficking, and exploitation of minors. His life story is not just about one man's crimes, but about how wealth, power, and secrecy can shield wrongdoing for decades. There is a massive difference between what is proven, what is documented, and what is speculated or theorized online. Epstein owned multiple properties used for abuse. Confirmed locations include locations such as Palm Beach, Florida, Manhattan, New York, Little St. James Island, USVI, New Mexico Ranch. Victims testified abuse occurred at these sites. Epstein received an extremely lenient 2008 deal, where he avoided federal charges and enjoyed local jail time with work release, and the deal also protected unnamed potential co-conspirators. The same has been confirmed by DOJ investigations. The deal was later ruled improper. Epstein had extensive high-profile associations, and the same has been verified and confirmed through the flight logs, photos, emails, visitor logs. Many famous people had contact with Epstein. However, association is not a proof of crime. Epstein died in federal custody. An official ruling confirmed suicide by hanging. The incident brought in light the lapses, such as guards failed to follow protocol, cameras malfunctioned, and a complete negligence in case of a high-profile offender. It has also been confirmed that large volumes of evidence exist, and the same has been confirmed by FBI court filings, search warrant inventories, DOJ statements that millions of pages, images, and digital files exist. What is unproven but plausible? These are supported by patterns, testimony, or circumstantial evidence, but not legally proven. Epstein used blackmail. As this theory is being backed by the fact that hidden cameras in homes have been found for the powerful visitors, and Epstein's own lawyer suggested compromat. But there is no court verdict proving a formal blackmail program. There is no evidence or proof that the powerful clients paid for the pleasure. The victims state they were sent to wealthy men. However, few specific individuals have been convicted, and most of it remains legally unproven. Now let's separate them clear: what has been proven and what are rumors in the case. These ideas circulate widely but lack evidence. Epstein was murdered. Many theories speculate towards the murder. However, there have been no evidences or proofs, and multiple investigations uphold suicide. There might have been suspicious circumstances, but no proof of homicide. A certain group of people believe that a secret public client list exists. However, till date, no verified document has surfaced. And as far as the names of the various politicians, tycoons, and celebrities are concerned, names exist scattered in files, but no master list proven. Now, this also does not imply that every famous person who met Epstein is guilty. Some associations may be innocent or professional. No evidence have been found which suggest global cabal directing everything, and it only simplifies complex corruption into fantasy. The most important truth: the confirmed facts alone already show large-scale child trafficking, institutional failure, protection of a powerful offender, lack of accountability for enablers. You do not need extreme theories to see a massive injustice. Reality is already disturbing enough. Now, considering the amount of controversy around this topic, we would like to inform you that it's only confirmed if there is a court verdict. If it's from testimony but no convictions, it's just an allegation. If it's internet claims without documents, it is probably a speculation. On January 30th, 2026, the U.S. Department of Justice released what many are calling the largest document dump in modern history. 3.5 million files, 180,000 photos, over 2,000 videos, released under the so-called Epstein Files Transparency Act. And buried inside these documents are notes that claim to reference powerful figures from more than 10 countries, including presidents, prime ministers, and billionaires. Among the names appearing in these notes: India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Petroleum Minister Hardeep Singh Puri, business tycoon Anil Ambani, and billionaire entrepreneur Elon Musk. Important to understand, these are notes and references contained in the released material, not proven criminal findings. But the details are unsettling. One note refers to a July 6, 2016 email claiming that Prime Minister Modi had previously met individuals connected to Epstein's circle weeks earlier, and later took advice and sang in Israel for the benefit of the US president. The meaning of that phrase remains unclear. No direct wrongdoing is stated. No evidence of illegal conduct is presented. The same collection of notes also alleges multiple meetings involving Petroleum Minister Hardeep Singh Puri and Anil Ambani. In several communications, Ambani reportedly referenced the word leadership, again without explanation, without context, without verified conclusions. Perhaps most striking, the documents themselves explicitly state that there is no evidence of direct contact or communication between Prime Minister Modi and Jeffrey Epstein. So what does all this mean? Are these simply unverified references, misinterpreted internal notes, or fragments of a much larger story that has yet to be proven? Because in a release this massive, sometimes what matters most is not what's confirmed, but what powerful people never expected to see the light of day. Jeffrey Epstein is dead. Ghislaine Maxwell is in prison, but the system that protected them is still very much alive. The question is no longer what happened. The question is, who made sure it kept happening and who is still being protected today?